Welcome back to East Leaf Sixers. It's your boy Sixers fan for life. We got 215, the sports guy in the building. We got Jenny from the block. What's going on?
How you doing?
What's going on? Another day in Sixersville. Another opportunity to get a W. Sixers versus Charlotte Hornet. How are you guys feeling about tonight? When you
looking
are
all
ready?
sharp.
Hey! This is a momentous occasion.
Oh.
You know, the Sixers are playing well, and I'm feeling good. How are y'all feeling about tonight's opponent and our opportunity to get another W? Jen?
Well, Hornets are trash, right? They've had, I think, 4 wins so far this season. 4 wins. So my concern, of course, is that they end up doing like the Nets did last night and overlooking their opponent. But since it's actually our bench that's playing, they might actually show up because they want to prove something, right?
Understood.
That's how I feel. Hey, Berg.
What up, Bird?
Big Berg, SWP.
Okay, Jose, how are you feeling about tonight's opponent, my brother?
I will agree about the playing down the competition, which this team is notorious for. Kudos to how they handled business last night. Would just love to see some of them guys get some more opportunities. By no stretch of the means am I saying start shipping people out of here, because that'll be just flat out delusional.
Right.
Yep.
But we sure as hell saw a lot of effort, a lot of hustle. We saw the whole pace, which we were being criticized for, change last night. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my prayers that night be that Glenn sees the light. He goes look at that tape last night and sees something in these kids, because there's definitely something. They cannot put themselves in the game.
Right.
They need that okay from that guy.
Right.
So hopefully we can see, a little bit more time. I'm not saying to give Joel Embiid just 20 minutes or James Harden 15 minutes. But if you shave a little bit from this guy and you shave a little bit from that guy,
and you shave about 15 minutes from PDJ Tucker,
and you shave a little bit from that guy, you can bundle all that up and give somebody else some tick that can come in and give you some effort. Because if I'm not mistaken, there was a few games back where we looked like we were dead to rights. The team looked like they were going to get blew out. We were down about 20-some points. They brung in the crew to rest the starters. They pretty much threw the white flag. And what happened? That same bench that we saw play last night brought us in within 8 points. Okay? Then we end up losing the game again because they took the bench out. Starters came back, which wasn't the wrong call. That's what you're supposed to do. Bring your starters back in if the game got close. They didn't expect it to get close, though. But the point of the story is there's some talent on this roster, and we need to see it more.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. Bird, we're not getting
Berg,
no
we
value
can't
from
hear
you.
you, buddy.
I don't mean to skip over you, but I want to start in our tradition.
Anything?
There we go.
Yeah,
there
we
we
got
go.
you now,
There
brother.
we go.
No back, nothing in the back, right?
Nope.
No, we're good.
You're good to
Okay,
go.
well,
Speak
all right,
your
this is
mind.
my point. Listen, my biggest fear is that when these guys do come back, that hustle, that grit, that
pace changes
tenacity
again.
is going to disappear.
Yeah.
And it's Doc because I noticed he a little more aggressive with these bench players. He a little more assertive. He addressed things. He tiptoe around these stars, and that's not good. So,
Good point.
focusing on tonight, I don't know what to anticipate, but if we can even remotely mirror that effort from last night, we can beat anybody in the league.
Listen, you're absolutely right. I remember people calling this team sluggish. They were playing snaily, super slow, dragging their feet, right? Wasn't that what was being said?
Right.
Yes,
I didn't hear.
They
I didn't
didn't
hear
hustle.
any of that last
They
night.
had no
Yeah.
hustle.
They had
They
no
were
hustle.
lazy. They were
Yeah,
slow.
exactly. They was playing lazy, too much ISO ball, all the above, all the above. We didn't see that last night. I was told to shut the F up and enjoy the win. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't, and it's fine. Y'all feel as though I don't know what I'm talking about, then I don't know what I'm talking about.
Kudos to whoever told Jose to shut the F up, because I've been wanting to say that. No, in great BG fashion, I would be remiss if I didn't announce the starting lineup tonight, and it is, I believe, a repeat from last night. We got Toby back in that starting lineup, man. We got PJ Tucker in the starting lineup. The Dread Man is starting at the 5. Melton at the 2 guard, and Milton at the point guard slot. This 5 played really well together last night, and it looks like Doc is hoping for a repeat performance. Man, I want to get at Jose right now, because, where do you think Doc is trying to get at with, continuously trotting a guy who's struggling offensively out there in the starting lineup every night? How are you feeling about that?
Listen, I am guilty of being too hard on PJ Tucker. I'll be the first to admit it. You understand what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with what he brings to the table. Don't get that misunderstood.
Right.
A lot of people misunderstand that. I just feel like the amount of minutes that this man is hogging up is a little uncalled for.
Yeah.
Just a little uncalled
35 minutes, 36.
Yeah, like, come
Especially
on.
if Harold can get 7 rebounds in 16 minutes.
Listen, if he's not giving us nothing offensively, F it. So be it.
Yeah.
You don't need that many minutes, though.
Right.
And still be able to do the same thing.
He need 37, and late in games, he got to start getting, tired. He got to be. It's just human
Man
nature.
is 37 years old. Come on now. He be out there looking like he need a respirator.
Yeah.
I think Doc
That
needs
corner
to
3, we can't bank on that, man. I think that thing is something of the past with him.
Greg, I get what you're saying. So mathematically divide lesser minutes into all 4 quarters then. Exactly. So that he's out there the entire game, but not using so many minutes.
Right. You took it right out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was about to say.
That's what looks like Smitty agrees.
Right. It's not how much he plays, is when Doc should put him in. You got a lot of impactful role players throughout NBA history.
He played 37 minutes, Greg. Go look it up. 37, not 27, 37.
37 minutes. And Harold played 16 and had 7 boards.
That man PJ getting 30 plus every game.
And I think it's the old head factor to it. Like, I think that's where Doc is coming from.
Because he old school.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
And that's not a benefit to us at all.
That doesn't translate into productivity, though. You understand what I'm saying? But, I mean, we know that's been our complaint for
Greg,
me and Jose.
I get you're saying on average, but our gripe ain't been with him this long. It's just started because he's getting 30 plus.
Yeah.
The problem is with Doc, Greg.
Yeah, and like again, listen, if you put me out on that floor and you leave me out there, I ain't gonna say take me out.
Right. He's a ball player at the end of the day. So
that ain't PJ fault at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It sucks that he got to catch all the fire, but it ain't his fault. That goes down to Glenn.
I think well, Greg, this was back when people were healthy as well. PJ was logging a lot of minutes. And my fear with PJ ain't no young chicken no more. And, will he still have enough firepower in his knees to defend the way he's been defending later on in the season if he's logging 34, 35, 36 minutes a game? He's 37 years old. It may not be old to us.
Real quick, listen, this is the epitome of riding this dude till the wheels fall off. And then you bring him in here to the playoffs. The way you riding this dude, he ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
At the age of 37.
It's the biggest concern.
Like what's his name? The coach for the Knicks.
The way you riding this dude, he not gonna make it.
Right.
Let's not act like he's a freak of nature, like he's the poster child of an athletic body, because he's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
What's the
preserve the
coach
man. This
what's
is my
the
whole
coach
great,
next
like
thing?
my whole point here is we obviously saw some talent last night in this squad, right? That we normally don't get to see.
Right.
It was super exciting. It was fun to watch. I'm stoked because now you see what happens when you play some of these guys, right?
Absolutely.
So wouldn't it be beneficial to give some of these guys a few more seconds each game? Maybe the big three that we have won't be always injured all the time.
Right.
Maybe we'll get past the second round. Maybe we'll get to the finals. And hell, who knows? We might just win it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Got to do something different. Hey, Jen, how many threes did Korkmaz hit yesterday? I didn't hear.
Hey, Bird.
I don't
Hey,
know.
Bird.
I don't know. One? Did he hit one? I don't
think he
know.
hit 3.
He definitely hit 3. That's
Hey,
something.
man. Here's the thing, though.
Go ahead, Jen.
Go
This
ahead,
is
Jen.
my issue. You know this. You all know this. Don't
know.
get sucked into the Korkmaz freak, game. Don't get sucked into that. Because he's going to give you donuts for like 17 games from here. Come on.
I don't know how many minutes he played, but
Yeah, like we didn't just pick on him and
Matter
gave him
about-
the name Krispy
I know.
Kreme Korkmaz.
I know
Let's not act
that's
like
what
we
that's
just
what the
picking on
tease Jim
people.
real quick.
He earned that name, right?
Don't get sucked in. Everybody gets sucked in. They're like, oh, Mr. Korkmaz had a good game. Yeah,
So,
one
Jen,
good game. All right.
Jen, if Korkmaz has another solid game tonight, I would like 3 minutes of Korkmaz praise from you. Is that
3 minutes?
3 minutes. You don't have that in her. Korkmaz have a quadruple
One
double,
full
and Jay
minute.
couldn't muster
1
up
minute.
20 minutes.
1 minute.
If Korkmaz has another game tonight like that one, I will give him my flowers.
Okay.
You heard it here. You heard it here. Jen will give Korkmaz her flowers.
We're
And Sims will be stoked. Oh my God, he can't wait. Look at him. He already commented.
He's
Look.
already yelling
Look,
at
yeah, he already commented.
That's another reason to catch up with us on post game live to hear Jen, because I do not feel like this was a flash in the pan performance. We've seen Korkmaz, pick up the weight in this position before when guys have been down. We've seen him perform well with starter minutes. So and robust minutes. So I'm looking for a string of games from Korkmaz along with Shake Milton.
Basketball.
I think they're back. I think these young guys are gaining their confidence back and are going to continue to perform like we saw last night. I'm calling it.
I'm very glad. I'm very happy for DeAnthony Melton. What he did yesterday,
amazing.
That was applaud worthy. We got to give him his kudos for that. Hope he continues that style of basketball, because if I'm not mistaken, that's exactly why he was brought to this team.
Yeah, a little more consistency shooting from an average standpoint, but yeah, he was like 7 for 16 or something like that. But the timing of the shots he made was just outstanding.
Yo, this is what I'm saying. Like it was like counter punches. Brooklyn took the lead. Melton made a 3.
Right.
Took the lead back. Brooklyn took the lead. Melton made another 3. Took the lead back. Melton was like, you're not going to have this game today.
And that amazing block on Durant made my day.
That was super. Plus, he shoot with confidence. He don't have to be open to shoot the 3. I know a lot of our shooters got to be wide open to even have a heart to attempt the 3.
Right.
Jose, like peanut butter.
Jose hit it on the nose. This is why we brought him here. He did the exact same thing last year on his last team when the star player went down. He assumed the point guard role, actually, and he performed at a very high level. This is what this guy does. And excellent signing by Daryl Morey, man. Excellent signing. He plays both ways. It's not a lot of NBA players.
The best signing of late, I think.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, I think.
I just want to talk a minute about. I'm sorry, I'll let you finish your point, Carl.
No, Jen. I was just about to say. I think along with Dreadman, I think Dreadman is going to prove to be an excellent signing as well.
Yeah.
Montrez has that dog in him.
And he embraces his role too. He don't complain about.
Me and Jen been screaming about this Montrez stuff since the beginning. because this man comes on, and even if it's for 3 minutes, he gives you a hustle that is unmatchable.
Unmatched by anybody else.
Anybody on this team.
And then Doc takes his ass
And
out.
then
Makes
Doc
no
takes
damn
it
sense.
right out.
But what I was going to say was Paul Reed. I read a tweet today that made me laugh. They wrote, "That was basketball, Paul, that played last night." And it cracked me up because it reminded me of back when Brett Brown was like, "That was James Butler who played tonight."
Basketball Paul. Yeah, we need basketball Paul tonight.
I mean,
basketball Paul plays tonight. I'm getting me one of those Paul Reed Victory Tour t-shirts.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another young guy I feel like is going to string together great performances because he's given the opportunity to do so consistently. He knows when he's putting on his shorts in the locker room right now, he's going to get 20 to 22 minutes out there tonight, no doubt. And so you can formulate a game plan as a player in your head, what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. You can visualize it. You can't visualize it when you're going from 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 15 minutes one game.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You can't visualize. It
goes back to my biggest fear about the starters coming back. I know we can't cut their minutes down to 20 and 15 like Jose said, but man, you got to know that these dudes on the bench can produce.
Yeah.
I just
circumstantially, like in certain circumstances, like come on, man.
And here's the problem, Bert, because this man PJ, he's playing, he's giving all his effort on the defensive side of the ball, right?
Yeah.
With that amount of minutes. So today and last night, everybody's defending PJ, right? I said, all right, let's see how good his defense is. I go on Google, Google University. 2022-2023 top defenders of the NBA. This man named nowhere in the radar.
Where to be found? I did the same thing.
Nowhere in the radar, bro.
Where to be found.
So I'm scratching my head like, what are these guys seeing that I'm not seeing?
He got the ultimate plus minus. The corniest. When did that start? Because you didn't hear a plus minus. And if we were going to argue defensive player of the year, would his name even be in the conversation? Somebody enlighten me.
No.
Well, he made his bones early in his career as being that type of player, and that type of, sticker has been attached to him even as he has declined as a player, but I don't get me wrong. He's one of the best defenders on our team. And maybe that's highlighted more because
but I mean the way some people talk about him, the way some people talk about him, like he's the clamp god.
Yeah.
Look, I said it before and I'll say it again. I have no problem with PJ Tucker. I don't think he should be a starter. I think he brings that great dog mentality to the team and the veteran leadership that they need. But he should not be a starter and he should not be playing.
I think he'd be devastating off the bench. I really think. Like he could just be utilized off the bench
and
when we got a 5-point lead.
If he comes off the bench, listen, if he comes off the bench, you can use him in the fourth quarter, clutch moments like everybody's saying he's so good at. You can use him in the fourth quarter and we ain't gonna care about them 0 points.
Exactly. People care because he's gotten so many minutes and it's like, what you done for me lately, man? Bring the guy off the bench.
That type of basketball gonna win you a game or two in the regular season.
Big facts.
But what's gonna happen when you in the ring with those elite teams? What then? Those 0 points gonna definitely matter.
It's definitely gonna matter.
Listen,
that's just points not on the board.
This might be a pipe dream, and I know you're not supposed to trade with people within your division, people within your conference, and things like that.
That's right, Smitty.
But, a team that we played last night is in desperate need of defense. Yeah. They're in desperate need.
They have the defensive player of the year.
Well, shh.
They have Mr. All Defense 3 years in a row. All-star.
I would love.
That's all they got. There's nobody defensive.
And here's the thing, right? Since we're not supposed to be caring about points. Didn't my man Matisse make all second NBA team defense last year?
Oh, yeah, a couple years.
Didn't he?
A couple years.
We don't care about his points.
We didn't care about his points, right? But here's the thing. Unlike PJ Tucker, Matisse can make a basket here and there.
Yeah.
And
He might not be
playing
consistent
30
from
minutes
three,
a
but he
night.
can cut to the basket. He can
Yeah.
dunk the ball, not shoot air balls, not shoot bricks.
And most importantly, he's not getting paid $10 million a year to do it.
Exactly.
Most importantly. And
so why not start Matisse, right? And then Fandango and PJ throughout the whole game.
Well, Matisse is injured. He's out tonight.
I
mean, go
I know
figure.
what you're saying.
Go
going
figure.
Forward, right?
I want Daryl Morey to put a package together somehow, some way, because I was reading an article today about Seth Curry and, his love of the Sixers, his love of Philadelphia. And, Brooklyn needs defense, obviously. We could use another shooter, obviously. I would love him to put some type of package together for Seth Curry. We have some pieces that
we're not as desperate for a shooter as it might seem. Though.
We're not as desperate, but we miss Seth Curry. We miss Seth Curry.
I don't think we miss Seth Curry.
I think
we got Bang Bang. I think Shake. He got a 3. It's just a matter of getting time. You can't really assess nothing that you don't see.
Listen,
when these guys getting clocked and they proving people wrong.
Berg, I'm gonna ask you this question: take PJ out of the lineup, put Tobias back at the 4, insert Seth Curry into this lineup. Are we a better team?
Of course. I mean, I'm just
saying, that's all I'm saying.
We're not in need of that. That's not like a point of emphasis. Like we got to do this or we in trouble. That's not even our problem right now. But our biggest problem is right now? Those 3 dudes on the bench being hurt, and when they come back, ISO ball, lack of movement.
But here's
idle people on the baseline. Like
here's my thing.
This ball movement and hustle we doing right now is outstanding.
With those 3 back on the court, they are more serviceable with a shooter on the floor. They've shown it in the past.
Smitty, you do realize that last night's game was the smallest lineup we had all year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, they're not huge over there.
I'm not saying that squad's going to take us to the promised land, but I mean,
they're small.
I take Tobias at the 4 over PJ any day.
Regardless of what New York is going, I mean, Brooklyn is going through, right? They supposedly got one of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the best defenders in the league. All right. And one of the best point guards in the league, who's won championships, who is obviously going to go into the Hall of Fame eventually. Regardless, unless they blackball him for his off the court antics. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know yet. You know what I mean? So it's not our fault. They can't get together. They can't get right over there. That's not our problem. Our main thing is to take care of basketball night in, night out. That's exactly what we did last night.
Yeah, well, listen. In the beginning of the season, we had a lot of complaints about the big, 3, not even 3, but like Joel and James just kind of like playing a lot of ISO ball, and we kept repeatedly talking about we needed these guys to play as a team, right? That was the keys to the game many times. They need to play as a team. They need to gel. They need to learn how to share the ball. Well,
we've been doing that lately.
Without them in, we've been sharing the ball a lot better. So what we need to learn, and this goes back to coaching, is for them to play as a team with those 2 stars on the floor.
Right.
Point blank period. Then we could considerably be a championship team.
I mean,
that happens.
Wasn't there a year where Popovich had a rule, minimum of 4 passes before Shakaby even took him? Weren't they like a dynasty in from 2000 to 2010? They was one of them.
Yep.
Because if I'm not mistaken, if my mind serves me right, the only teams that were winning from 2000 to 2010 were a black and white team and a purple and gold team.
Yep.
And if you look at the I forgot what I was gonna say. If you look at what happens and what has not happened in the past couple nights is like they dribble and run out the time clock every single possession.
And shoot a bad shot and get a bad shot.
Exactly.
I mean,
that just can't be.
Tobias last night was kind of like ice on it, but he was scoring.
Yeah.
Like, He's getting 7-8 dribble touches, 10 dribble touches.
The difference is when your point guard is doing that, when your table setter is doing that, it kind of stagnates the offensive flow. When the guy that's bringing up the ball isn't passing the ball until it's 8 seconds left on the shot clock. It's kind of given like, okay, the first option has to shoot. And that's normally a bad shot, when it's the first option. So you have to give the offense an opportunity to flow. James has been great here. There's no knock on him, but that's my knock on him as a point guard. Give your offense a chance to give the ball up to a few people, and be two at times. So it is what it is. But
like again, I just want to see this coach grow a pair of grapefruits.
Oh yeah.
And say, there's not going to be, just one person doing this. I want certain amount of passes every play, every design play, because you can't make them stop a fast break. Like, come on now, that's stupid. That's ludicrous. You know what I'm saying?
He design plays, period. Then maybe guys like Cork Miles.
But I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So if a fast break happens, a fast break happens. But I'm saying every design play, there should be a minimum amount of passes before somebody takes a shot.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? And he should implement that one person shouldn't hold the ball for this long. Like, implement these things.
No more than 5 or 6 dribbles.
Yeah. Implement these things and watch how things change.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a coach.
A lot of this is up to Doc. It's not a personnel.
That's my whole
personnel
thing.
matters.
That's what I've been arguing all night, last night, and today with people, that a lot of this falls on Glenn.
Yeah.
Not these players, because the talent is in this team.
Yeah, it's on this team.
We've seen it. It's already here, bro.
Exactly. You gotta just let them play, man.
It was 7 o'clock.
You're never gonna tell if you got like.
We are here, and we've had a exciting conversation. Sorry, we got caught up, guys. If you want more, please come see us at post game, where we'll be talking about hopefully a Sixers win. Jose, do your thing, bro.
Oh my God. So many icons up in there.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, bro. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Please. Don't forget to tell a friend, tell a friend, to tell a friend.
And don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button if you're on YouTube.
Yeah, go in all. Yeah, exactly. Go in all these pages. Listen to her. Go on there. Spotify, give us 5-star rating. All the above. If you like us, if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. But if you love us, don't support.
We don't care.
Because we in here. Listen, one thing. Let me explain something to y'all. Not filling out no W-2 forms, no 1099s. I'm not getting paid here. You understand what I'm saying? Doing this for the muscle, for you guys. All right?
As diehard Sixers.
So the least that we can get back in return is a little bit of love.
A little bit of love, baby.
That's all.
Especially on this Thanksgiving week.
That being said, if you ain't understand what I said in English, now y'all gonna hear me in Spanish.
Get it to him.
Decirle a un amigo. Que le diga a un amigo. Que le diga a un amigo. Wepa. Let's go Sixers, everybody. We'll see y'all back on post game. Let's get it. Let's get this done.